Powered by the Montana Television Network. This is the 5:30 News on KPAX, Montana's news leader.
Good evening, I'm Jill Valley.
And I'm Dennis Bragg. A rain-snow mix continued transition to snow today as colder air arrived out of the east.
Our Storm Tracker weather team says things are looking pretty wintry for the next few days. A winter weather advisory remains in effect for the West Glacier, Lower Clark Fork, Kootenai, Cabot, and Potomac-Seeley Lake regions, as well as the Flathead and Mission valleys through 6 p.m. for 1 to 4 inches of snow. Elsewhere, little or no accumulation is expected due to the fluctuation in temperatures, most at or above freezing. For more on our current conditions and what's next for us, let's take it over to Chief Meteorologist Erin Yost for her first forecast. Erin.
Yeah, things a little messy out there this evening, especially for those in the northwest quarter of the state and closer to the Continental Divide. We continue to see a rain-snow mix here in the middle of Missoula as we speak as well. Hamilton today for Security Bank iCam showing you the gray skies and the wet conditions. Now the Bitterroot can be one of those likelier areas to remain a rain-snow mix, if not all rain here over the next couple of days. Along and north of I-90, best chance for snow and accumulating snow at that. For our next push, we have a winter storm warning that has been issued throughout Thursday into early Friday for northwest Montana. 4 to 9 inches of snow expected for most valleys. This does include the Kalispell area. More details coming up.
As a winter storm hit northwest Montana overnight, it was a slick morning commute for drivers, and that kept the Montana Highway Patrol busy today responding to crashes.
And with more snow expected, MTN's Nicole Miller talked to the County Public Works Department about how plow crews are trying to keep up.
The winter storm moving through northwest Montana has brought winter weather, causing slick roadways. The Montana Highway Patrol responded to more than a dozen crashes and slide-offs Wednesday, as the county braces for more snow to further worsen road conditions.
Slow down, that's the big thing. Slow down, take a little more time to get to your destination is the most important part.
David Prunty, Flathead County Public Works Director, says the county road and bridge department is ready.
Our fleet is, switched over to our winter operations. The dump trucks have their plows and sanders installed. Our motor graders have their wings.
By the time you wake up tomorrow, Flathead County Road and Bridge will already have been working for a couple hours to clear the roads. They will have all of their heavy equipment out working to clear those roads as quickly as possible.
We're going to have a 5:30 start tomorrow morning. Normally we start at 7:30, but on storm days like this, we get out at 5:30. Our goal is to get out before traffic starts for the most part. And get our more traveled routes, our bus routes, is done as much as we can. We can't obviously get them all done between 5:30 and 7:30 roughly, when people really start their commute to work, but we get a good start on them for sure. So this storm's a pretty good one to start right out of the gate, from what it appears. If we get 6 to 10 inches in the next 48, 70, 72 hours, something like that, it appears. So that's a pretty good one to start with, and that's where people just, again, slow down. Give yourself a little more time getting to your destination.
Reporting in Kalispell, Nicole Miller, MTN News.
And we just got a traffic alert from the county that Highway 83, just north of Clearwater in the Salmon Lake area, so that'll be south of Seeley, has been closed because of an accident in both directions. Again, that's Highway 83 in the Salmon Lake area, so use caution. If you can, choose an alternate route. Montana Department of Transportation does have a handy travel info app with road conditions, closures, incidents, and other detailed information. Of course, we always continue to follow all of that right here on our Twitter and social network feeds as well. Now, the National Weather Service just released their winter weather outlook, and it's looking good if you like the snow.
Meteorologist Russ Thomas has a look at what we might expect.
It's safe to say that the winter weather outlook is more anticipated than any other seasonal long-range forecast. It leaves skiers and snowboarders on the edge of their skis, and tourist destinations like Whitefish and others hoping for a big snow year. Meanwhile, city street crews and those who aren't fond of the daily grind of snow and ice may have a different view. Well, the forecast is out, and this one favors the snow lovers. A weak La Niña is the most likely scenario in the coming months, as sea surface temperatures along the equator and in the Pacific are below normal. This typically translates to wetter and colder than normal weather conditions for the northern Rockies. In western Montana, snowpack levels have been at or above normal during 10 of the last 11 weak La Niña events. The slopes should be in great shape. For the valleys, it's a similar scenario. Over the last 11 La Niña winters, Missoula averages more than 1 foot of snow above other years for December through February. For Kalispell, the average is over 16 inches above the normal years, which translates to nearly 4 feet of snow from December 1st through February 28th. Looking at temperatures, Missoula has been colder by an average of 2.2 degrees during La Niña winters, and 2 degrees can make a big difference when the average highs are within 2 degrees of the freezing mark for several weeks. In Kalispell, the difference is even greater, 3 degrees below a non-La Niña winter. One more thing to touch on. Last year's weak La Niña event produced one of the coldest and snowiest winters on record. While a repeat is not out of the question, last year's winter was an exception to the rule, even among La Niña winters. So expect more mountain and valley snow and a good chance of more Arctic outbreaks, but not with the same brutal force as the winter of 2016-2017 brought. In Missoula, Russ Thomas, MTN News.
The winter weather outlook covers a 5-month span starting today, November 1st, and ending on March 31st. To keep an eye on the changing conditions in western Montana, all you need is a mobile device like a cell phone. Just download the KPAX Storm Tracker weather app to get on-the-go forecasts from our Storm Tracker weather team. Again, it's free in the Google Play or the App Store.
In other news this evening, a Montana Supreme Court says Marcy's Law, approved by voters last fall, is unconstitutional. The Constitution requires a separate vote for each unrelated change to the Constitution. So the court found that Marcy's Law effectively made too many changes all at once and should have been done in separate ballot votes. 2 of the court's 7 justices dissented. Marcy's Law was approved last November to add specific rights for crime victims and their families to the Constitution. Almost 2/3 of voters in the state approved of the idea. A legal challenge to the initiative was filed by the ACLU, the Montana Association of Counties, and the Montana Association of Criminal Defense Lawyers, and several individual attorneys.
A Malmstrom Air Force Base airman was the one who was killed in that car crash near Potomac earlier this week. The Missoula County Sheriff's Office reporting it was 20-year-old Trevor Stenlund of Salmon, Idaho, who died in the Monday night crash in the Blackfoot Valley. It happened around 7:15 on Highway 200. A car that was driven by a 21-year-old woman from Great Falls hit an elk, but that elk then went airborne and hit the victim's vehicle. The woman from Great Falls was not hurt in the crash, but again, the other driver was killed. They were both wearing seatbelts. Malmstrom officials say Airman First Class Stenlund was a security force response leader assigned to the 741st Missile Security Forces Squadron. Mineral County Sheriff Tom Bauer says that all inmates who were in jail on Friday in Superior when commissioners decided to close the jail have been transported elsewhere. Bauer said the 7 inmates who were in the jail were moved to different facilities. A Mineral County arrest for felony DUI was sent to Sanders County, and 1 Montana State Prison inmate was taken back to Deer Lodge. Bauer says the 5 others were Department of Corrections inmates who were taken to Missoula and then elsewhere. Mineral County commissioners are meeting on Friday at 1 o'clock with the sheriff to talk about what is going to happen next with that jail.
After 5 years of work, the City of Missoula and the local development group are just about to sign agreements to build a new $80 million hotel and conference center downtown. And although there's still many months of work ahead, it appears the city, Hotel Fox Partners, and the Missoula Redevelopment Agency have the framework of an agreement which will transform the Riverfront Triangle site. MRA, Hotel Fox Partners, the City Council, and their teams of attorneys and architects gathered this afternoon to review the package of agreements for the Hotel Fox, a 195-room hotel which will be combined with condominiums, a conference center run by the city, and a new 2-level underground parking garage at the corner of Orange and Front Street. The latest designs are becoming more refined but still need a lot of detail work. But one approach that has emerged is to build a much larger 60,000 square foot conference center. The center would feature that area with a great hall capable of hosting 1,000 people in a set-down dinner.
It's one that truly has regional significance and will be able to have to attract much different kinds of and sizes of conferences than would have ever considered Missoula.
The plan is to dedicate the tax increment financing from the Riverfront Triangle Urban Renewal District as the city's contribution to the conference center. City Council must still approve that agreement package. For the second straight year, the Missoula Parking Commission is teaming up with the Food Bank for Food for Fines. Throughout this month of November, those with unpaid parking tickets can have their fines reduced by donating non-perishable food items. Each item will take $2 off the balance of a vehicle or up to $10. Missoula Parking Commission Administrative Services Manager Tiffany Brander says their Food for Fines event last year was very successful, and she's expecting even better results this year.
We do have a goal this year of at least 500 items received. Last year we went right over 400, so we would really like it if more people came in and we were able to get more donations for the food bank and really stock their shelves to work towards Hunger-Free Missoula.
You can make donations at the Missoula Parking Commission office at 128 Main Street. The office hours are Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. Coming up, Aaron breaks down our wintry weather pattern and the latest advisories and warnings. Those conditions coming up.
And coming up next, we'll take an in-depth look at the plans for affordable housing in the Flathead Valley and what that looks like for the future of whitefish. Still ahead here on KPAX.